Hello everyone and welcome there. Let me get rid of that. I'll start that over again. Hello everyone and welcome. We are here. We are live. We are ready to go. And this is once again my Beautified stock stream. So the entire idea of this stream is to play a stock game. All the gameplay and everything is a stock game, but I have added in a number of beautification mods as well. I've also added in some quality of life type mods. So what we're going to be doing today. Today we are off to Minmus. I actually talked about this last episode, or last week. I always think in episodes, but the last stream. I had a plan to go to Minmus with that one, and it turned into, the mission I was on turned into kind of an adventure, and that ended up taking up the entire stream. Successful in the end, I will say, but it did end up taking up quite a lot of time. But what we're going to be doing is going to Minmus. I got a bunch of Minmus contracts, so I'm just going to very quickly go over these so people will have an idea of what to expect. So we have some conduct temperature surveys of Minmus. So these are, I have to have a thermometer aboard and do surveys below a specific waypoint. And you can see the altitude. So I have to be below specific altitudes at a specific waypoint over Minmus. So we'll look at how we're going to do those. That's going to be part of it. And then we also have finished construction of a rover that is sitting on the surface of Minmus. So this is a unfinished Minmus Adventurer V76H and whatever, a bunch of random letters sitting on Minmus. You saw it in the thumbnail. We have to get that thing operational. So we'll talk about that one. So basically that's now determined what our landing place is going to be. We're going to be landing right there. Then I got just some other ones. Explore Minmus, land on Minmus, walk on the surface, plant a flag on Minmus. Get some science data from the surface of Minmus, and bring some greenstone back with you while we're there. So all of these we hope to do. We'll see how much of it we get today. At the very least, I hope to be sitting on the surface of Minmus. But what I want to do first, before I get into that, well, actually, the first thing I want to do before I get into that is I want to welcome aboard my most recent Patreon patrons and YouTube members. My patrons and members really do help to support this channel, keep me motivated. Lately, views have been going down with KSP. I think there was a lot of hype around KSP2 over the winter time, and that spilled into KSP1, and that has sort of dropped off. And it's really patrons and members that really, say, no, keep doing this. So I'm going to keep doing this. But my most recent members are right up here. We have Penguin God 26, we have Elmick, and we have Mark Fisher. Thank you very much to them, and of course to everybody who continually helps to support this channel. I'll get my screens back here. Now, what I want to do before we get into the actual mission itself is I want to upgrade some buildings. Welcome, Philip and Obi. Thank you very much. Okay, I want to upgrade tracking station. I got a lot of cash. I really should stop. I tend to be a miser in this game and really try and do things where it's minimum, but I really got to start upgrading things. And the tracking station's a logical one to do next, put it up to level 3. One of the things that it does for us is that it will make tracking unknown objects, so that means it's going to start tracking asteroids and comets for us. We can aid that along with the launch of an infrared telescope, but it will start picking those things up and hopefully start giving us some contracts to try and rendezvous or maybe wrangle one of those into orbit about the Kerbal or something like that. So I think that's a worthwhile thing to do. It also gives us the maneuver tool, which is to help with interplanetary transfers, which is sometimes good, sometimes not, but at least we'll have it. The other thing it does, by the way, I do have Kerbal Engineer installed. I've had it installed right from the beginning. For those people that don't know, it gives you all kinds of additional data, especially while you're in flight. Very, very useful, but I've been shying away from it. And here, I'll drop into the vehicle assembly building and I'll show you. Show you what I mean. So Oh. Do I not have? I must have it. Maybe I uninstalled it? Under Science? Control? Oh, I have to probably put a part here. There we go. So this data here that we see down here at the bottom is additional data that's provided by Kerbal Engineer that I've been largely ignoring. But we also, if I have it in the right place, maybe it's under Science. Yeah, if I had been sticking on this kind of a part here, this is a Kerbal Engineer part. I've just not been doing it. But anyway, if I'd been sticking that on, I would have gotten my flight data on all of my vessels. I've just not been doing it. By going to a Tier 3 tracking station, I now will have Kerbal Engineer on by default, whether I have that part or not. And so hopefully, maybe we'll start seeing it some more. We'll see. I'll play that one by ear. The other thing I probably should upgrade is research and development. It's the most expensive upgrade, but I mean, I have 2.7 million Kerb bucks and it's 1.69 Kerb bucks. I'm not sure. All it does is unlock all the tiers. Let's just do it. And it looks nice too. And you know what? I'm at a point now where money just really isn't that huge a deal. I find so what I'll do, I'm going to go in the administration building. This is the building hardly anyone ever uses, but the only time I ever do go in it is when I get to a point where I really don't need much more cash, but I'd love to still keep getting more and more science. So I'm going to upgrade it to level 2, and I'm going to go into the administrative building, and I'm looking for the one. There's one here where you can take money off of cash and put it towards science. Maybe it's probably here. Nope. Takes 5% of funds income and yields 1 science for every funds. I think that's the one I'm thinking about. Yes. So outsource R&D takes 5% of funds income and yields 1 science for this many funds. And what we can do is we can jack that up. That's as high as it'll go. So I can jack that up to 50 with my... No. 60? 60%. So let's jack that up to 60. Right on 60. Come on, 60. 60. There we go. So now 60% of the funds income that comes from contracts will be transferred into science, and for every 11,000 whatever of those funds, I'll get 1 more science point. And so I'm just going to punch that on. Are you sure you want to activate? Yeah. Oh, the initial cost will be that? Ooh, you know what? This is gonna, so there's a startup cost for this. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it. I still got money left. That might have been a mistake. That is unredeemable money. Okay, let's get in, let's build something. Building. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Those things in the administrative building aren't particularly super useful. It seemed to be just not a maximum amount of effort, I think, went into that. Okay, so I do have a moon lander. I've never landed on Minmus, but I've landed on the moon twice. So this is my most recent moon lander, Mooner 4. So I'm going to rename this Minmus 2, because I did have a vehicle that went into orbit of Minmus. We're going to take the booster off. I'm hoping this is really going to help this go really quickly. And then we're just going to modify this for Minmus. It can hold 3 Kerbals, but what it does have is a ton of cargo space, because this is the one that I packed a rover onto, and I packed a rover onto. We built the rover on the moon and drove it around the moon, had some adventures with it going through the air. That's completely unnecessary, so I think I'm going to just lose all of, just lose all of this. Just lose it all. There's still another storage container here that we can use. Don't need this. Don't need that. Let's put in the rest of these science-y type equipment. This is the deployable science stuff. So here, there we go. So we're gonna put on the goo monitor thing. This is the passive seismic thingy. What is it? Grand Slam passive seismometer. I can say that. Weather analyzer makes no sense. The control system's already there. Don't need better communication. So that's going to be about it, I guess. Now, do I have enough power? This takes, you just got to count it up. This requires 1 unit of power. The antenna requires 1 unit of power, so I'm now up to 2. The Grand Slam passive McJob requires... Oh, I don't need the antenna, dummy. This requires 1, so that puts me up to 2. And the goo thing... Okay, 1. They're all 1, aren't they? They're all 1. So I need 3 units of power. The photovoltaic cells can provide 3 units of power if I have a level 2 engineer, but I don't think I do. No, Bill is only level 1, so we're going to need 2. We're going to need 2 sets of solar panels to power all this. 1 and 2. Okay. All right, so there we go. That's that. Now, we also do not need, probably want the goo. You can go look at the rover that we that you got to repair. You can actually just travel to it in the using the tracking station. I've already done that, and that rover already has its Science Junior on it. So I'm not going to bring. There's already a Science Junior sitting on the surface of Minmus, so I'm not going to bring that. You can see already how much I'm scaling this thing down. Let's see. Let's get one of these. Stick that on here. Stick this on here. Oh, this is already huge. I think I ran into this before with the 3.5 meter parts. I think there's a fuel can that does the transfer. There we go. You're going to be scaling this down for sure. Hello, Mark. Glad you made it. Okay, now we do need to... Let's go to cargo. We do need to put in some more equipment for repairing that rover, and I went and checked it out. It doesn't have any electricity aboard. So what it needs solar panels and batteries, and that's it. So I'm just going to go to electricity. And all you have to do for the contract is move it. If it drives, then you've repaired it. So I'm going to put on a couple of solar panels. Let's there's room for it. Let's put in, yeah, well, 6 sets of solar panels, and we'll just put on that. You know what? I only got 1 slot. Why not put in this guy? The maximum 400 units of electric charge on that guy in the 1 slot. That should be enough to fix it up. That should be good. I also have another slot here, but I like to have a spare one about. And now we need science on this thing. We also need electricity on this thing. So we got a... Ooh, let's just stick it on here for now. We got that. We're going to need the thermometer for the contract. We're going to need... Oh, the scanning arm. Yes, I want the scanning arm. Will that fit in here? It will not. That scanning arm is huge. It's 150 liters? Wow. Wow. It could fit in here. Okay, I can make it work. If I take out the battery from here. Oh, wow. That battery. Is there something that can fit into here? There's only 10 liters of storage. Even a single... That is a useless storage slot. Okay, so what we're going to do rather than put on more cargo space is simply stick this on the side here. And we'll rip it off. You don't need to have everything stowed away. We'll use an engineer to tear it off. Okay, other science, other science. Seismometer I got there. Sorry, let's just go back to here. Yes. I could have put on more storage, but I'm not going to. Magnetometer. I've had this in, for a little bit, and I forgot to put it on my last vessel. So we'll bring a magnetometer along. The goo. I do have a goo hiding somewhere. Barometer. Oh, I have the medium scanning arm. No, we'll just bring the light one. This is the light one, right? Yeah. Oh, that's the medium one. Is that the one that's... it's still really big. Okay. Glad I'll just bring the light one. There's the infrared. Not going to bring that. And a scanning module. Okay, I'm starting to unlock some. I think that's good though. So let's put this stuff somewhere. Okay, let's move this here. Put this. Oh my gosh, I can't get the right buttons. That way. There. Just to get it out of the way. I guess I can keep the science just... Here, we'll put the magnetometer here. Goo goes there. Can I just stick everything else under here? Does this kind of work? That kind of works. Okay. This probably has way too much fuel, so we probably need to scale it down. What do I got written for my budget? I got written for my budget 520 meters per second of delta V for this, and it has 1,850. So here, let's throw some of this off. What happens if I simply put a single Terrier on that? That's already more than I need. We're gonna scale this right down. This is getting smaller and smaller all the time. 438. Probably the delta V is... Oh, the delta V is not ridiculously huge. Okay, let's just throw on some radial tanks. Maybe some of these little guys. Okay, we're gonna put on some landing struts. I might want more of a footprint on this. So what I'm thinking, like this. Structural. These will probably do fine. I just want to bring the landing struts out. Okay, why does that feel like it's in a funny spot? Nope, that looks right now. Okay. I want to just bring the landing struts further away from the... So it has a nice wide stance. That's what I'm shooting for. There we go. Hold the Alt key. That's what I want. Okay. You want to set the legs onto this? Yeah, I could do that too. Put the on those. But what I was thinking of taking these and just silverizing them. Yeah, I could put them on the external fuel tanks too, but these little octagonal struts aren't particularly heavy. Actually, I might just leave that. I was thinking of tucking them into the fuel can a little bit, but honestly, it kind of looks all right just like that. I like that. I like it. And then we'll take these little lights. Stick them under here. Why not? That looks good to me. Any other? No, I think the texture... Oh, I could go with that texture. Yeah, why not? That looks good. Looks good, looks good. Maybe a little lower on the legs. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Control Z. That's what I meant to do. Well, I want to grab the strut there, dummy. There. Just give him a little lower. Okay. Change the can. I think it'll act dark. No, let's go back to here. There we go. Oh, and it does need some solar electrical jet. Now, what do I got? Do I have deploy? I do have deployable solar panels now. So why don't I? Where would be a sensible place for these? Probably on the side here. So I do have... I don't want to put them on the actual, but I could put them, stick them here for now. Take you off. Two-way symmetry. This is more electrical oh my gosh, I cannot. This is more electrical generation than what I need, but just... Oh, and it's interfering. Well, I could tuck. See. The ladder's coming down here, so I don't want them on this side, but maybe another little cubic strut. We'll put a big fairing around this whole mess, too. There. Where is it putting that other one? What are you being so weird for? Why is it doing that? Oh, now it's right. Okay. And then maybe take this guy and just move it down a little bit. I'll have to move the fuel cans down a little bit. Just so things aren't clipping into each other. I can live with that. I can live with that. Oh, and then we got to put the magnetometer on again somewhere. But that shouldn't be a problem. You can go just like anywhere. Just need one of you, though. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, this is my first use of the retractable panels. So let's see, what do I got here? I got 645 meters per second of delta V. All I want is a lander that once I put it on the surface of Minmus, it's capable of getting back home. This has got that all covered. So now what I need to do is just build something that's capable of getting it there. Probably just again scale down this, but I think, oh, let's look at the ladder. Don't really... We'll live with that. That's okay. We'll just live with that. This leg is not centered on the strut. That's okay. Are there different textures for those legs? There are not. Okay. Retract. Retract. Oh, we got to put some lights on this guy too. But I think I got it. I think that's pretty happy as far as I can tell. So, yep. It's more than enough. Let's light her up a bit. I got lights down here for landing, so let's get into some navigation-y lights. Again, we got to have the traditional red and green. The hatch is right there, so this is really cluttered. There's really not. Oh, maybe right in here. I don't like putting these on the roundy surface. But I so do like the roundy capsules. Roundy capsules, of course, are coming from the Making History DLC. Make that one red. Go over here and take the remove symmetry and make that one green. So there we go, just a green, just for whatever. Oh, there's still a blue light up here at the top. That's good. And do we need some blinky lights? Of course we need some blinky lights. We do need some blinky lights. What's on the other side? That's going to be a landing strut on that side. Really not like I'm using up space fast. Okay, we'll just put a single pair of blinky lights right here. Oh, that's in a bad spot. There. Wasn't centered. For whatever reason, this isn't centered either. I'll have to figure that out. Okay. Maybe down a little bit and move this one down a little bit. We'll be on our way to Minmus. For goodness sakes, we'll be on our way to Minmus in no time. Just managed to not mess this stuff up. Okay. White. Let's make this one an amber light. Blink on. Okay. And white. And that can be a white light, but it'll blink faster. Blink on. And for whatever reason, these are funny. They weren't quite centered there. Maybe I didn't... Must not have had the snap on for those. All right, I think I'm looking at something. So again, yep, all that's good. Okay, so with that done, let's save you. Yeah, Minmus 2. We'll bring over our booster here. So this was the transfer vehicle for... Delete the fairing. This was the oh my gosh, what is... Oh, there's struts here. That makes sense. But this was the transfer vehicle for Mooner 4, but Mooner 4 was much heavier. So I need this to have a total delta V. I got written down here 2,770, and it's at 3,200, and so we can most certainly scale this down. No, don't build the fairing. Okay, it's a little on the small side there. Let's actually get just another small fuel can in there. Looking at 2,700. Oh, I think I was looking at the wrong number actually. Oops. Throw that away again. Yeah, it's still tube. Okay. Let's throw that away. Oh. Oh, it's a 2.5 meter part, so it's this one? Probably got way too much delta V. Let's scale this down. Let's put an engine plate on the bottom. That's the wrong one. This one. And we'll might stick just a couple of terriers as opposed to that, but we'll stick on one terrier for now. You can go there. You can. There we go. So, still need more delta V. Thrust to weight's not super, so let's put this on double nodes. Because the poodle's just too much. And let's add in a... Want to use? Still needs more. Want to use might be too much. Maybe not. Nope, happy with that. 2,784 TWR of 0.92. That's fine. We will change these textures up like that. I'm going to take this whole piece and rotate it. I do love the engine plates. They make your life so much easier. We'll do a little bit of strutting. Probably just strut from here, three-way symmetry just to there, and call her a day. Okay, check staging. That should be down here. Though, oh no, they go on the same time as that. That makes sense. That. Okay. Okay. I'm reading through the chat here. Okay, cool. Yeah, the engine plates can be configured for multiple nodes. You can go double, triple, quad, what's 4x1? I don't know what that means. 6x1? What's quad? Yeah, single, double. Double's what I want though. Okay, and now we're gonna put on this booster, which undoubtedly is gonna get scaled down too. But before we do that, we'll build our fairing. That should be good. Stick on. Oh, there's an extra decoupler I don't need because that is a decoupler. Also, this can be a lot shorter. Notice where that node was. That can be a lot shorter there. Oh my god, this is going to get scaled down mightily scaled down. So I need a total delta V of 5,370. So let's throw off a whole lot of this. That's a little on the small side, but not much. Let's put on one more of those 2.5 meter fuel tanks. That's not the right size. That one is what I'm looking for. 2,557. That should be good. Ooh, what's going on with these? I'm going to throw those away. I don't like that. Put some new ones on. Might have a lot of thrust. Sea level thrust. What's the thrust limiter down? Oh, it's okay. No, that's cool then. We'll stick with our, I think this is a mainsail. Mainsail on the bottom. There we go. Oh, that is so weird. I don't know what's going on there. Kind of bugs me. I've never seen that before. Where the texture's disappearing on that. Okay, so we'll tweak down our launch thrust to weight ratio. And there we go. And I think the staging is all good. Who's going to be our crew? Jebediah has not landed on Minmus. We do need a scientist and an engineer, and unfortunately Bill and Bob's all we got. But this will put Bill up to level 2, I think. Yes. Yes. Oh, Jeb's, nobody's landed on Minmus, but Jeb hasn't even orbited Minmus. So I think everybody's going to be level 2. I could go with Louis. No, but Jeb's not been to Minmus yet. I'm sorry, Louis. Next time. Next time. Okay, let's just check action groups. Action group 5 has got the fairing all set up. Let's go with action group 0. Oh, an antenna. An antenna. I did not put a communitron on here to extend the solar panels. These are the kind of solar panels, once they're extended, they do not retract. But I also need a communitron. Antenna. Communitron 16 antenna. I'm going to stick it here-ish. Just one. Extend that. But we'll just sort of put it down like so. Yeah, that looks good. Track that antenna back to action groups. Again, action group 0, we'll toggle that antenna. I forgot to toggle the ladder last time on an action group, so let's put that on action group 1. Toggle the ladder. I think that should do everything. Oh, and the gear. I like the gear to be the lights and the gear, but that means the lights, I don't want these illuminators there, and they're not. So beautiful. I do not think, I'm just going over my list to see if I brought a scanner arm, don't need a science junior, I brought my surface stuff, I got batteries, I got solar for the, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm good. Did you get reaction wheels? There are reaction wheels that were already there, they're here, and I know people sometimes miss them because they're retextured by the ReStock mod, but there are reaction wheels up here. That'll do. That will do easy. It's really important not to forget reaction wheels when you use these making history pods, because the making history pods do not have built-in reaction wheels, so it's really easy to have a problem. Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's launch. Let's launch. I keep thinking I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I am. I think I'm good. And if I am, well, all the more fun, right? Okay, so let's hide away our contracts for now, and let's take a look at where we are at relative to Minmus. So we'll set Minmus as a target. Not a lot. We've done a lot of things around the moon, but not a whole lot around Minmus. So what I want to do, this is the way I like to go to Minmus, is I like to center my view on Kerbal. And I like to launch. Oh, here's something I can use Engineer for. I'll show it to people first. I like to launch at the ascending node for Minmus's orbit. So you put the Moon's orbit right on its edge. And then you want to get Minmus's orbit on edge. And oh my gosh, we're like here. We're like right there. Let's just launch. T, Z, and... Oh, do I got to go north or... I got to go north. North 6 degrees. Let's just do it. It's a little slow on the draw there. Okay, we are off. We are off. Waterfall is putting in those glorious plumes and the lovely engine sounds. Oh, pitch over. And a little bit to the north. 6 degrees to the north. So that would be 84 degrees heading. 83 degrees heading would be just about perfect. Actually, just to pull it a little. You always want to go a little past. So I'm looking at my heading thing there. Lock it to prograde. Lock it to prograde. Now, do I... Okay. One thing at a time. I'll show what I was going to do with engineer, but then all of a sudden I noticed just how close it was anyway. So I didn't. Okay, heading at 83 degrees is just about perfect. Pitching a little bit more towards the east. My time to apoapsis is starting to get close to 45 seconds, so we'll start reducing throttle. Actually, somebody in my YouTube comments mentioned that what they like to do, rather than keeping the time to apoapsis around 50 seconds or so and just keeping it constant, they look at where their apoapsis is and where their altitude is, and they keep the apoapsis 7 to 10 kilometers higher than whatever your altitude is, which seems to me a pretty reasonable way to do it. So I think I'm going to reduce throttle a little more, but that's something to look at too. Okay, engineer. Do I got engineer? Turn on engineer. HUD 1, HUD 2. There we go. There's our Kerbal engineer stuff. So I'll go over that in just a little bit. But right now we're obviously still making it into orbit, so I'm just going to kind of put my energy towards that. Let's keep you on surface for now. Okay, a little more throttle, a little more throttle. Letting my time drift a little bit down here. But what he does is if he finds that this distance, like right now I'm about 51 kilometers on my apoapsis, and this just turned to 44, so it's about 6 kilometers higher. So that's probably about right. He says 7 to 10, and that seems like a sensible way to do it rather than looking at the time too. I got to keep an eye on that apoapsis though. Oh, I should also look at my inclination. 6.4, I've gone over too far, so I'm going to come back a little bit. Like so, pull it back. Change the heading there. I want this to be 6. There, now let's do that and lock that on. Oh, no, no, orbit, orbit, orbit. Locked on target. That's not good. Okay. Lower this. So I was letting that get way out of hand. That's okay. But I want that inclination 6 degrees. Oh! Onto the 2 terriers! Oh, I should also pop that fairing for goodness sakes. Okay, we're all good. Pop the fairing. Yeah, see how this is at 68 kilometers and this is just 62 kilometers? Like, just to keep this, you know, 7, 8 kilometers, 10 kilometers, up higher. Until this gets to 80, of course. Alright. Too much. And then I'll talk about engineer. So engineer is clearly not stock. But it does give a lot of very useful information, some of which is repeated down here, but there's a lot more, and I'll show people how it works. Once, almost at 80 here, though. And saying my rocket looks like a giant rocket. I usually get comments on how small my rockets are, not how big they are. Okay, so we're almost in space. And then we'll deploy everything. That's a 0. Yeah, I do like having the deployable solar panel. So, engineer, how far are we? No, let's complete our orbit. Then we'll... Don't talk while there's so much... Let's finish up our insertion. Our periapsis is still negative. Don't have to put much into this because the periapsis is almost out of the surface. So this is going to be a very small little burn. So I'm just going to wait till I'm very close to my apoapsis and just start going. I love this engine plate. Using double Terriers is great. Because the jump from the... Here, I should... The jump from the Terrier to the Poodle is quite large. That's good. Okay, so we'll just roll this a little bit for those solar panels. Alright, so let's talk about engineer. Here, we'll put this in the night so you can see it all. So you can see I got apoapsis, time to apoapsis, periapsis height, and time to periapsis, which is exactly what's being given down here. I have the total delta V of the rocket, both of this stage and of the total delta V, which again is right here. This is what the default is. And then here, though, I have my altitude above the terrain, which is that altitude. Cleared, it's the same. We have vertical speed and horizontal speed, which is super useful for doing powered landings, and gives us the biome and the situation. The biome you're over. We're over the water right now, and the situation we're in space low. So that's super useful. But that's just the default. If you open up Engineer and get into one of these HUDs and let's say edit it. Look at all the other stuff you can install, right? Or if there's stuff you don't like, you can remove it. So for instance, there's all this stuff. And by the way, that's just one category. Surface, vessel, rendezvous, thermal information, information about the body about which you're orbiting, and then what they call miscellaneous. So for instance, I could put in here a separator. The separator puts a little line there, so if I want to chunk this stuff up. But what I was looking for, if I look for rendezvous, we have time to relative ascending node and time to relative descending node. So what this gives you is how far am I from the relative ascending node? So the relative ascending node is this fella right here. How far is that away from me? That would have been really useful when I was planning the launch back here, because I would have wanted to launch right at either my relative ascending node or my relative descending node. So launch would have been as this was getting to 0. Now you typically would launch a little early because it takes some time for you to get up there. But these can be really useful for timing like a Minmus launch. So I think I did pretty good. What is my relative? 0.6. So I didn't, not super great. Okay. Anyway, and if you don't like it, if you feel it's too cheaty, I can obviously just turn them off. But pretty cool, and tons of other information. So what I might just do is kind of show stuff as it's needed. I don't know. We'll see how much I put in Kerbal Engineer. If people think it's too cheaty, then I won't keep using it. Oh, a little bit too far. Not far enough. Okay. Get into here. Get us a Minmus encounter. So what I want to do is my lander is right here. You can see the lander there, and that's where I'm going to want to land right there. But these guys here are these temperature scans I got to do. So my plan, I'm going to have to do this in a variety of stages. Remember I did have that contract, this one. Do some temperature scans in flight below these altitudes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself into a polar orbit, and then as Minmus rotates, these waypoints should come underneath me at some point, and we'll adjust our periapsis so that we'll dip below these altitudes. They're pretty low, so it might get a little interesting. And then once I've gotten those, then we'll land at this thing and we'll fix it up. That's the plan. So right now, though, I need to go for a polar orbit. So let's select the maneuver again. Adjust the timing. Can I bring that in closer? I sure can. Oh, I think I just lost my encounter. Oops. And you can see I'm coming well below it, but so we'll make a tiny little adjustment at some point. Oops, I think I need a little, maybe not. Come back a bit. There. I think that's good enough for now. We can fix the rest with an adjustment. So we'll come and put ourselves into a polar orbit, but we got this burn, 921 meters per second, coming up in 7 minutes. So let's do it. Yes, KOS can get a lot, has access to all of the same sort of flight data that Kerbal Engineer does. Kerbal Engineer is not calculating that data for the most part, I think. It's producing that data from the data that the game has stored somewhere. Some of it is probably calculating, but it's all data that the game could obviously give you if it chose to, but I think it's just concerned about overwhelming the user with data. And so that's why it only gives you what it has. But I would love it if it didn't give us some really... There's stuff here like argument of the periapsis and longitude of the ascending node and this ejection. That's useless information. I've never ever used this. This is dumb. Like there's stuff there that's just dumb, in my opinion. Alright. 8 seconds to the burn. 2 and go. On to the mighty Terriers. We're off. Hey, not a bad little lander, I think, that we slapped together there. I'm pleased with it. Hey there, Sam. Welcome. We are on our way to Minmus. Landing for the first time there in this campaign. Sun should be hopefully coming up pretty soon. Get ready to start reducing throttle soon. There we go. Happy with that. So what we're going to do is a little bit of a correction here. It shouldn't be too much. Add that. A little bit of northitude. And there's going to be a little bit of some radialness too to that. Actually, probably... Oh, there we go. A little bit of prograde. And this is just eyeballing, little that I'm coming over the poles. It clearly doesn't have to be perfect. As long as the latitude is higher than any of these fellas, then I'm fine. I'm going to go with that for now. We'll be reducing it because we definitely need to get lower than that. Yeah. We'll go with that. Okay. So that burn's coming up in a day and a half. Let's see. The burn's only 0.2 seconds, so we're going to have to reduce our throttle limiter here. And I'm pretty sure I got to reduce both of these independently. I do. What's that do? 3-second burn. Good enough. Okay. F5 that. Now, oh, magnetometer. Magnetometer. I got new science. Run that magnetometer report. I do like the animation on that unfurling. 45 science in space near Kerbal, so it's not biome specific, but definitely want to grab that. We will EVA Bob, and he will scoop that up. The one part I never use that I know annoys some people is I very rarely use the science container thingy. I always EVA my Kerbals to collect my science, but I like EVAing, so there you go. And then you got to EVA for things like the goo and stuff anyway, so here we go. What is the goal on Minmus? Let's get up into high science. I'll do another magnetometer report, and then I'll say, so the goal on Minmus is to land. Obviously, we got a lander. There is a rover on Minmus that is in need of repair. We have a contract to do that. We also have to collect temperature scans over a variety of waypoints. And other than that, it's just get as much science as we can. Okay, let's run another magnetometer report. And 67.5 science there, Bob. You know, it's one thing I realized I should have packed but didn't, were some repair. Oh, you know what I didn't pack? Shoot. I did not pack the repair kits, which would have been a good idea in case we broke something. But I also did not pack the EVA science experiment kit for Bob to play golf on the surface of Minmus. I forgot. So we forgot some things. Nothing mission critical, but it will mean a little bit less science. Okay, yeah, we got ourselves a burn. Oh, we are... Well, that's the moon going in front of the sun there. Okay, let's get out there. Yeah. Whoa, we came close. That was a close pass of the moon. Okay, so this is just our correction. The EVA science kit. Yeah, that's... Did I say something else? Probably. I forgot it either way. And there's always be something to forget. Gives us a reason to come back. I want that to be about 12-ish kilometers. There we go. Happy days. Not that polarish, is it? It is not. Let's see. Probably just off by just... I'm just trying to figure out which way on this maneuver. So is it retrograde? Retrograde makes it worse. So a little bit of prograde. So let's put this onto prograde. See if we can delete that. Just want this to be a little more there we go. A little more perpendicular, a little bit more polar. That's all. And now I can see I need to be a little more anti-normal. So, corrections on our corrections here. Is that? Yeah, that's anti-normal. No maneuvers for this, just kind of do it. There we go. Now we can come back to here. I'm just gonna check on our solar panels, make sure they're getting some decent exposure. There we go. And somewhere out there is Minmus coming at us from somewhere, so let's F5. And do a warp to here type of dealie. Warp to here. And watch for Minmus. There's Kerbal, so it should be coming from over here somewhere. There it is. I see it. Right there. Science containers are very useful in uncurbled vessels. That is 100% true. But I tend to like having Kerbals, so... Some of it also, I think, is really just habit. You know, we keep building things the way we've always built things and then forget. Oh, something. That was more mystery goo. Okay. Was that not? Deployed mystery goo observation on the moon's surface has generated some more science for us. You know what I'm not hearing? I've seen that now a bunch of times, but I've not yet seen... Sorry, I got science to do. I've not yet seen... I can do this. Run the McDowell. I have a passive seismometer sitting on the surface of the moon. I've not seen any of that transmitted, and it's making me wonder if I've done something wrong. If maybe it doesn't have enough power or something like that. I'll have to check on it. Last time I was on the moon, I deployed that, but maybe I did something that makes it so it's not working. Download that data. Everything else really, I don't know, what else? There really shouldn't be much of anything else. Maybe a little bit of goo? Maybe? Where is that goo? There it is, down there. Tucked away. Maybe a little bit of goo? 5.8 science, sure. Collect that and restore the goo. Okay. You think you have to crash something? You do? Okay, maybe you do. I thought that was just a Kerbalism thing. I thought the game, that was the joke with the passive. But I could be wrong. So maybe, yeah, you have to crash something into the moon. Okay, I can probably arrange for that. Add a maneuver. I always thought Kerbalism just made you do that, and that stock wasn't that mean, but I could easily be wrong. Because I get wrong about lots of things. Okay, how's this looking? A little bit more here. Yeah. All right, that's pretty good. F5. Oh, we gotta up the thrust limiters on this. 11-second burn. That's good. So, okay. I'll make a point of slamming some stuff into the moon. I also realize then I need to slam some stuff into Minmus, too. But in the meantime, we're gonna get the capture. Oh, we're coming over the pole. We just had that camera thingy do its thing. And we gotta look at these, getting these waypoints. That might be a bit of a tedious exercise, but it's going to be what it's going to be. Roll this way for the solar panels. Alright. Now it's a short burn, only 11 seconds, so what I'm going to do is add 11 seconds to the start time, I will put the throttle to half. That's what I'm going to, rather than do a full burn for 11 seconds. So just right now, go to a little more than half because I was a little slow. Oh, got a funky camera thingy. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. We might have to do some funny orbital shenanigans anyway in just a little bit. I'm just going to pitch this way, this way, this way, this way. That's for solar panels. Oh, I'm still locked to retrograde. That's what's going on. Okay, and again, a magnetometer. I can see a light flashing on the magnetometer going, I got science, I got science. Science. That is this. Oh my! Indicator lights is the mod that's making the flash. Oh, 180 science. Wow, this ain't trivial. Probably some goo. Observe the goo. 9.2 science from that. What is? Oh, that's part of the scanner arm. Did I double up the? I doubled up the scanner arm. Oh my god, that looks terrible. All right, we're gonna. Okay. Oh well. Going, I didn't think I did such a bad job with the clipping, but I must have had two-way symmetry on that scanner arm. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the... I could always get Bill to move it. There we go. Now, we also have probably EVA reports. Oh, I've already done that over Lowlands. Download that data. Don't you break that solar panel. We don't have spares. Collect and restore. And board. Okay. Board. 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 Okay, so next step in all of this, Minmus rotates this way. So we want to start picking these up. So not sure if we'll be getting this one or this one first, but you can see we got to be below some pretty nasty altitude. So we'll be let's watch. We're going to be in orbit for a little bit here. Now I'm curious. I must have had poles. Oh, here's where. EVA report. I've been over the... Oh, okay. So I've clearly done a lot of EVA reports. Okay, I'm going to F5 here and do quite a bit of time warping. Okay, we're definitely going to be seeing this one first. So 4.6 kilometers. And we're going to have to do a temperature scan. Okay, whoa. Might be coming pretty close. So what we'll do is, sorry, what did I say? 4.6 kilometers. So we need to get our periapsis. Let's lock this onto retrograde. We need to get our periapsis pretty close to around here at an altitude of 4.6 kilometers. Okay, so that's a below 4.6 kilometers. I would like to move it a little bit. So the way you move it, let me think about this. If I go and point radially inwards, do this as a test. Good thing I got lots of fuel. I think I'll be pushing this periapsis further from me. Nope. Oh, and I just hit thumb finger dope head. It's the opposite of that. And then I went to hit X, and what did I do? I hit Z. Radially outwards. I always get this mixed up. Should move that periapsis, so we gotta undo what I just did. Let's be more careful this time. Want that periapsis right there. Beautiful. And what's this gotta be again? 4.6, so it's got to be lower. So now back on retrograde. This is going to be scary. Okay. All right. I'm going to open up Waypoint Manager. That's another mod that I have. And I'm going to... What's this one? This is Sector QTFO. Sector QTFO. That is you. And what's nice about this is that will put it visible there. So I'll see how close I'll come. And what I need to do is get ready to do a temperature scan. Where's that thermometer? I don't like that in the stock game. Oh, it's all underneath this stuff. There it is. I don't like in the stock game how you don't see the waypoints. Okay. And I'm pointing away from the planet, or away from the moon, because if altitude gets really sketchy, I wanna be able to abort. That's really what this is about. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna come too close on this pass. Where is it? I'm going by it, aren't I? But I want to really watch my altitude and make sure none of this gets really sketchy. Did I already go by it? Oh no, it's still coming up. It's still coming up, dummy. There's what you're looking for. Keep an eye on that. sort of like, why did I pick up this? Oh, it's slowing down the time warp because it doesn't like how close I am to the surface. I do want to watch my fuel. I still have 1017. I think that's still plenty. Am I coming past? Oh, no. Okay, so maybe on the next pass, we'll see. I'm not sure how close I have to get. But what's nice is this altitude hasn't gotten scary yet. I must be well below 4.6. Not yet. Getting there, though. Might have to be the next pass. I'm 20 kilometers away. For some reason I got in my head I got to be around 10 kilometers away, so I think I'm going to miss it. But hopefully on the next pass we'll get it. And 10 kilometers away. Ooh. I'm pretty close to it. About 9 kilometers away. Waiting for that message and then I'll do a temperature scan. Oh, now the distance is increasing, so okay. Enough of that. Hopefully on the next pass we'll get it. Maximum time walk. Rescue kit. People are already talking about rescue missions. Time warping as fast as I can. Boy, it really doesn't want me. It really doesn't like how low I am. Man, how low am I above this ridge? Where am I? Okay, I don't know what's going on right now. Back to here? It didn't like me doing that while I was time warping. Okay. Now I'm hoping I don't end up passing. That would be annoying. Oh, I might need to do a little bit of a correction here. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to wait till I'm about a quarter of an orbit ahead of this, and we're going to burning... I'll have to think about it for a second. Okay, stop. Right-hand rule tells me that is normal. So I want to burn a little this way. I really don't. I mean, I could just wait and go around again, but I just really don't want to do that. That should be good. Okay. Nah, Jeb's like going, there's nothing. This is nothing. Alright. So this time we should be getting it for sure. As long as I'm sure to be underneath that 4.6. Okay, so we're almost under 4.6 kilometers. There we go. We just got to wait for the message to say we're close enough. We got to be coming close enough this time. There it is. Log a temperature scan. There we go. So that should be... I should get the contract up. Contract. That is one of them. And now we got to do 2 more. So the next one that we would be passing, I'm honestly, again, not sure. Probably this one. Probably this one. So let's get... Now this one says 3.3 kilometers. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Activate that navigation. Again, it's not letting me time warp any quicker than I am. There's that one, and then this one's 7 kilometers, and then we'll go for this landing by there. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be doing the landing over on this side because I don't want to land in the dark. That doesn't make good YouTube stuff. Okay, so what I think I'll do, for the sole reason of time warping, is get this periapsis up above 10 kilometers. No other reason than that. Well, and it's scary. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's go around one more time, I think. Yeah, we're definitely going to hit this one first. Now I'm starting to... Let's go retrograde. Let's get this down. I think we might be close this time. Okay, so retrograde. Whoops. What am I shooting for? 3.3 kilometers. It's got to be lower than that. Okay, I need to pull that. I think I need to burn. I know I got this wrong last time, but I think I need to burn radially down to pull that towards me because I want it to be more there. See what this does. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, it's a little bit scary. Put a little bit of prograde into this. I'm gonna do a quick save. This is the scariest one. Okay, and I just want to raise it just a little bit. Oh, now I can see. Ah, shoot. Now I gotta go the other way again. Probably should have left well enough alone. Let's go radially in and a little bit of prograde. Let's see if I can... Nope. Radially in and a little bit of retrograde. Might be farting with this entirely too much. Okay, you know what? Just there. A little more. There we go. 3.2 kilometers. It's very close. Maybe a little more. There. Leave it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. And I think I might do the same thing. Let's get up here. About a quarter of an orbit ahead of it. And again, I think I'm just going to pull it a little bit this way. I think so. A little bit anti-normal. This way. I'm thinking. Just a little bit, though. Okay. Let's see how that does for us. I'm going to do a quick save because I'm scared. I'm just scared. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why? Oh, my God. What did you just... Okay, it should be okay. I hit... rather than time warp, I hit throttle. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. Non-anomaly hunting, we are taking temperature scans below certain altitudes at specific waypoints. We have 2 more to do. This one's the scariest one. And then we're going to get down to the surface. And I did, you know what, I'm not going to pick up another one of these because I usually get people asking, like, how do you do this and how do you do that? So I thought, this is one that people might ask about. So I thought I'd just do it. But now that I'm doing it, I'm like, this is dumb. This isn't that fun. Okay, I got to get below. My periapsis is low now. Oh, yeah. Actually, my periapsis isn't that low, is it? Go a little bit more. Actually, we're so close. Let's put a lot of radially down into this too. Just want to bring this periapsis down a little bit further. So we're going to burn a little bit closer to the planet. Maybe a little more retrograde. No, that's doing that. Okay, we'll live with it. Should be good. Because my altitude needs to be below what? Again, 3.3 kilometers. And if I'm not below 3.3 kilometers when I'm close to this, I'm going to be pretty angry. There we go. We're below 3.3. We got this. We got this. Oh, it's blinking. Log temperature. All right, so that's that one. We got one more here at 7 kilometers. And that one is this one. And that's not nearly as scary, so that's good. Okay, let's get ourselves out of this silly situation. And I can't time warp any quicker, but I'm keeping an eye on... I don't know, I don't like being this low. What view am I on here? I wanted to be on free. There we go. I think I was on chase or something. Safest thing here is to point up just a little bit so that if I need to do an emergency get out of dodge burn, I can, but I think I'm okay. I don't think it's as low as it looks. Yeah, I typically don't do these missions a lot. And to be honest, I'm coming to a point in this campaign where I probably can just start doing stuff instead of waiting for the contracts to go up, because I have quite a lot of funds. And I've upgraded all the buildings that I really need to upgrade. So I might get to a point where I just start, let's just do something just to do something. Like, you know, let's just go to Gilly just to go to Gilly. Or let's build a space station around the moon even though I don't have a contract for it. Or let's build a little runabout that can run around the Kerbal system. Those are the kind of things I'm thinking about. Okay, here we go. Scary part's over. So I'm going to raise again that periapsis up a little bit. They need a collision alarm. That would be good. That's a simple thing. To have a collision alarm. Just so as you're getting close to the surface with too much speed, you just start getting beep, 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 beep. That'd be fun. Add to the panic that you're already feeling. Alright, so I just raised my periapsis so that this orbit's not quite so stupid. Now what I need to do is head to this. Again, I'm going to quick save in case I mess up the time warping, but it doesn't rotate as quick up here because this one's really at a very high latitude. Ooh, I don't... Did I already went too far, didn't I? Yes, I did. That's why I time warped. Or that's why I quick saved. Let's go F9. We're already ready to do that one. So, retrograde, let's do it right now. We need our periapsis below 7 kilometers. We're already coming up to this one. Now, I've done a really crappy job of this, but I need to pull this towards me. That should be radially in. Right, everybody? Right? Right? And these radial burns are what's really inefficient, but I'm pretty sure I'm coming up to this right now, so I want to deal with this right now. add a little bit of progradiness to this so it doesn't come down quite so low. Oh, that's too much progradiness. That should be good. That should do it. I think I'm going to come pretty close to it just... maybe a little bit of anti-normal. Just to pull it to the side a bit. Where are you, anti-normal? Thankfully, Minmus is really low on gravity. And so this isn't hopefully costing me too much in terms of fuel. Hello there, I can't do a whale. Sorry, I speak whale. Alright, this should be the last one. Still got 954 meters per second. That should be good, I think, for a landing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is my distance to it so far? Oh, it is that far. Excuse me, I'm just going to take a drink. Throat's a little sore. I don't know why it looks like it should be closer. Oh, where's my thermometer? Excuse me. There we go. That's what I want. Oh, that's not what I want. I just lost it. Pin you. That's what I want. Am I missing this by a lot? I thought I was doing pretty good. Okay, let's see. There it is. Log temperature. Alright, that's it. That contract's now complete. Goody good. That's done, that's done, that's done. Next is... whoa, let's select our Minmus contracts. Is to do that rover. So, let's again get to apoapsis and just raise my periapsis just a little bit because I find it again, I just don't like it being at as low as it is. Because I think we're going to need to go around a bit. Alright. We will definitely get this on the surface before this is all said and done. That is most certainly going to be in the plans here. Let's get ready to do ourselves a burn. Going to free. I like the ground below me. Call me crazy, but it seems more natural to have the ground below you. Oh wait, am I retrograding? Why am I retrograding? Prograding. Oh my gosh. It's like I'm coming down already. I'm not ready to come down. Okay. That's it. Let's just position this for solar panels because I got a feeling we're going to be hanging around here for a little bit. Okay, so the plan now is to land right here, and it actually looks like it's coming right up, but I don't want to land at night. I don't think that makes a very good video. So we're going to time warp until our landing site's over here in the day. So this is going to take a little bit of time, obviously, but what you gonna do? And then we'll do a landing, and yeah, we'll fix that rover. I'm looking at the time. Unless something, you know, knock on wood and all that stuff. Okay, here it comes. One more time. There we go. Okay, let's get ready. So F5ing again. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to put this down right on where that lander is. I think I got tons of fuel. I don't think fuel's an issue. So I'm going to come about here, put this on retrograde. That's pretty good. A little more. All right, that's pretty good for now. I don't know. I think we're going to come pretty close to it. Can we set? Let's set the rover, or maybe that waypoint. I can set it. Yeah, activate that navigation for that waypoint so we can see it. Excellent. Just a square. It's a square of death. This on surface, put this on terrain, and yeah, let's go. We still got 301 meters per second. That's enough to land just on this stage, and that's not the plan. We're going to be dumping this stage before we get to the surface. You can see our landing legs are right there. So I think we got this. We got this. Now we're going to try and land close to that rover. Actually, what I probably should do, rather than... why not set this as a target? I don't know how close that waypoint is to where the actual rover is. You know what? This should be turned this way for the solar panels when we're on the surface, I think? Oh my gosh. I can't think. Let's get closer and we'll find out. Oh, the waypoint's generally where you need to drive the rover to. That's the way it works. Okay. Okay. So I can see here. Let's come off of here. Oh, we're putting on target. That's useful. I can see here I need to come a little bit this way just to get these two guys to line up. But I think I'm pretty close because I want to land right by that rover. Not that it's a huge deal either way. No, I need to be rolling this way. What am I thinking about? I'm thinking about when I'm on the surface, how the solar panels will be for the sun. Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's start taking out some more energy on this. Again, we'll overshoot a little bit, but we're gonna try and kind of go right on. Oh, and I'll show people. If I go to Kerbal Engineer, put on this second HUD here. This vertical speed indicator and horizontal speed indicator is pretty useful because, like, when your horizontal speed has been down to 0, that means you're falling straight down. And this is all relative to the terrain. Of course, when your retrograde vector's right at the top of the Navball, you're going straight down too. Let's put this back on surface. Why is it different from surface to target when the target is sitting on the surface? Is that just me? Or am I very confused on something? Like, I would think target and surface should be exactly the same, but this guy's moving. We don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sure it's good enough, but I still don't get it. Push a little more this way. Minmus is so forgiving anyway. Yeah, I'd love to be able to see the rover, but I can't. So we got tons of altitude, so that's not a problem. And we got tons of fuel, so that's not a problem. I think I still need to come more this way, though. More this way. Much better. Just pitch up a little bit because we're coming down. We are picking up a lot of vertical speed, so. Like I said, it's not like I'm starved for fuel. Hey, where is that rover? Why am I not seeing you at all? Oh, F4? Aha! What a thought. What a thought. No, I want to be this way for this. Oh, yep. I was thinking of solar panels again. Okay, let's push that right onto there. We should be coming pretty much right down on top of our target now. Of course, I got to be a little careful because I'm going to be staging this bottom stage. I don't want to bomb anything. So maybe I am coming off the target a little bit. That's probably for the best. Let's push it a little bit further off. I'll put this on surface. It's bugging me. You're bothering me. Okay, let's zero out that speed. Close enough. Stage. Gear. Okay. That's going to just... Now let's push this a little closer to the target. I can see our rover there. That's close enough for sure. Okay, slow down. There we are. Nicey nice. We are sitting on the surface. There's our... I don't know what we'll do with that, but there it is. Our rover's not too far away. Good, good, good. Let's turn the waypoint things off. Let's... Waypoint Manager, where are you? Let's not look at you anymore. Okay. Yeah, 0. Didn't I put the... Oh, no, 0 was the antenna. Dopey, that's why I just got 0 again for the antenna. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Let's get out there, Jeb. Jebediah is going to plant himself a flag. So we got the Explore Minmus contract for landing on Minmus. That is now done. We got to put a flag on Minmus, so Jeb's going to take care of that. Come on, Jeb. A little bit of a... That last step is a little bit of a step there right at the end. On Minmus's icy surface. Okay, so plant a flag. Alright. So this is the Minmus 2. And we got ourselves Jeb, Bill, and Bob. And it is... Huzzah! For level 2. Alright. Let's get back here. Let's... You know, now that I'm looking at it, I should have been closer. Because we got to bring some parts over there. Alright, let's work this out. Bill. We'll get Bill. We'll get Bob. Bob will do all the sciencey stuff in just a little bit. But Bill's got to go first here. So let's make our first job. Let's get rid of the contracts. Let's go to here. Let's get our first job just to stick this battery on it. Now, can Bill carry this battery? He might not. Get rid of that. He can't even put that in a pomegranate. Oh my gosh. What kind of storage can fit a parachute in the pomegranate? That's it. Can he carry that battery? He cannot. That's the... Okay. So what we're going to do is Bill is going to steal this battery. Oh, for goodness sakes, he has nowhere... There's nowhere for him to... Oh, wait. Nope, that's not going to work. I got nowhere to put stuff. Okay, I know what I can do. He's going to stick this battery here. Alright, we're set. I was going to carry... I just want to carry a battery over to... Now, he can't carry this with him still. No. I just wanted to carry a battery over to the rover so we can drive the rover a little closer to do the rest of our construction. That's what I did. And all of a sudden I was like, we're close enough. And then I realized, oh, it would have been really nice to be like right there. Maybe stick some solar panels on it too temporarily. Yeah, we'll see. But I'm hoping just a single battery will give it enough juice for me to drive it over to where the lander is. And then from there on we can do the rest of it. That's my hopes. But my hopes are often shattered. So he took this battery. Okay, stop. Bop. We'll put that on. Put this battery. There, it doesn't have to be pretty. Okay, step out of the way. And hopefully that's enough juice for this thing There it is. It's a thing. There's no doubt about it that it's a thing. Okay, so we're gonna... Oh, I don't have control. Oh, wait, I probably have to... I can't extend the antenna. I don't have a communication, so I'm thinking Bill should be able to extend that antenna, right? I hope we're not on the far side. That's the other possibility, too. Extend antenna. That looks terrible. Who designed this thing? Okay, now. Hey, we got a signal. I should be able to drive this. So, I want to put that. There are reaction wheels built in here, right? Reaction wheels should be on SAS only. There are no other reaction wheels. Okay, let's see what this thing does. So, I can steer. Brakes off. That's always a plus. Oh, look at that. It's a kind of a thing. This is the kind of thing that I would never build myself because I'm such a minimalist in my builds. I only put on things that I really need to, except for lights and stuff, but they're so light. But I would never put on like something with these giant girders and all that kind of stuff. But I kind of do like it. It's like a big bug millipede thing. That is one ugly rover. Yep, it sure is. But I think we're going to get it close enough now to do the rest of the builds, and then we'll do the we'll drive over there. Okay, let's slow down. I don't want to crash. So how much electricity do you see? Oh, well, yeah, you sure. Whoa, 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 whoa. Beautiful, beautiful. Stop, stop. What part of stop did you not understand? Good enough. Okay. Gotta find Bill again. Here he is. Fortunately, Bill does not have his EVA pack, so he's not putting away his laser thing either. He really likes it. But Bill can't RCS his way back. Yeah, they build strange craft for these repair contracts. Okay, number one, I hate this antenna. Like, what the heck? Who stuck it on the... Like, we're going to move this right now. So let's do that. Okay, that's what it's like deployed. What would have been wrong? Okay, let's put the snap on. It doesn't like that idea. Like, I get the whole let's stick it on the side. I don't think that's a bad idea, but... There we go. Looks better already. Okay. Let's see what we got over here. So we should be seeing, there's our inventory. Whoa, come back here, Bill. It's all slidey and icy and everything. Okay, battery. Where is that? Oh, that's right. We stuck the battery. Okay, let's solar panels then. So we got 6 solar panels, which probably was completely unnecessary, but we'll just stick them on here. Like so. Here. That one probably won't get much sun there, so we'll stick it over here. And over here one. You gonna let me? Sure, and I got one more. Can Bill reach all the way back here? You sure can. Should just put it on the top. Much better. Okay, and oh my gosh, that's about it. I did put... Can I grab that? He can. Put that back. Oh, it's probably out of his reach back there. We can stick it in storage, but can I grab this? You can. Give back this big battery. Look at that. All right. Okay, Bill, let's get you back here. All I want to do is fix that one battery ripped off. Not sure why it doesn't... There. Why it doesn't like being where I'm trying to put it. But if I turn it, it likes that. Fine. You're on an angle now. There you go. There you go. Okay, so... Oh, and let's give Bill back. Bob stole one of Bill's EVA packs, so now we can close that, close that, close that, close that. It's a bit of a step for that ladder. There he goes. All right, let's do this rover mission. So the rover mission is I agree with people were saying, yeah, we got to drive to this waypoint, which is 1 kilometer away. We can't. Oh, you know, while we're here, conduct a material study. Because I got a feeling once I drive it over there, I'll probably never come back. I think this lander came out nice, though. Oh, yeah, don't forget to steal stuff. Oh, you know what else? Shoot, speaking of stealing stuff, I forgot completely. We need Bill again. Speaking of stealing stuff, I need to put the scanner arm on there because we're going to go look for some stuff to scan. Not quite yet, but soon. But let's do it while it's still close by. Remember, okay, we'll take this really ugly scanner arm that's mistakenly put right here. But yeah, if stuff doesn't fit into storage, just I just want to make sure I grab the right thing. Yes. If stuff doesn't fit into storage, just, you know, just stick it on the craft. Oh, come on. It was there. I saw it go green there for a second. That works. All right. Rover time. Breaks off. It's got some lights at the front. That's kind of cute. The scanner arm's right in the way, but oh well. Okay, back up. Doing a little sliding here on the ice. There we go. Yeah, we're going to go look for some stuff to scan. I have no idea if there's anything nearby, but you know what? That's going to have to be, I think, for the next stream. This stream is just going to be to complete this one contract. Where's the contract? Oh, we got the flag on Minmus. Construct this rover. So move the rover to that waypoint. That's all that's left. Of course, pointing in the right direction is always an asset. Woo! We are going so sideways. We are going so sideways. Oh my gosh, where are you going? I'm trying to, believe me it or not, and I am trying to steer, but this thing has kind of lost control on me. Okay, why? What? My fingers are in the right spot. Okay. Okay. We're doing donuts now. I was I lost control of it temporarily. Let's try this again. I don't know. 10 wheels all steering at the same time might be problematic. But yeah, we're going to want to look for something to scan with that rover arm. I do not see a lot right now, but we'll see. And if there isn't, there isn't. That's just bonus. It's not required for the contract, so there you go. Your turning radius is inversely proportional to the local gravity. Very true. How do you build a rover from the Kerbal inventory system from the Breaking Ground DLC? I've stopped using the Kerbal inventory system the moment the Breaking Ground came out with its, you know, with its own storage stuff. There's something to grab. That's probably some greenstone there. So I can't say how to use Kerbal inventory system with this. Because I went, as soon as the stock game had its own inventory system, I went with that. Okay, we are 220 meters away. And we should be starting to see, we're getting close. We're less than 100 meters. Like, come on, how close do I have to be? There it is. Okay, so we got that. And you know what I'm going to do? Is I did see some of that greenstone stuff, and I do have a contract to pick up some greenstone. So we're going to power slide this. And I'm going to park it right at that greenstone that I saw. Okay, is that waypoint now gone? It should be gone. I don't know what's flashing here. I got it flashing on the Navball. Maybe that'll go away. This thing will not flip. Well, it helps that we are on a perfectly flat surface. So it'll just slide around as opposed to flip over. And that helps. It also helps, and I did this right away. Maybe I should have pointed this out a little bit more clearly to people. But if you go to where the reaction wheels are and put the reaction wheels in SAS only mode, that really, really helps as well. So now the drive controls are just doing the driving, not trying to pitch and roll the craft at the same time. I see my junk that I'm looking for over here. Oh, I can see some stuff up the hills too. But I know this stuff is something because there's normally no terrain scatter on these ice fields, so of course stopping might be an issue. It does have a nice wide wheelbase, I'll give it that. And it looks cute with all the bazillion rover wheels. I'm curious now. Maybe that's something for next stream, but we probably have like slopes or something out of here. That doesn't look like it's all too far away. Maybe it is. But I bet you it climbs hills pretty good with its 10-wheel drive. Okay, stop. Stop, gosh darn it, stop. I'm only parking here so that next week it won't turn just... Okay. But here I'll show you what I mean by SAS. So with now, like I'm hitting A and D and absolutely nothing's happening because it's only on the wheels. But if I take it off and put it into normal mode, oh, it still doesn't do that. Oh, it doesn't want to pitch. This thing is stable. Oh my gosh. You can see it wanting to pitch, but it really is stable because of its... Maybe it's not as dumb a rover as I think. But either way, I'm going to keep it parked here so that we know where this stuff is. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our Kerbals over here, and we're going to do a whole lot of science. We still have a couple of contracts left. We got to bring some science back, and we got to hunt down some greenstone, which I think really is just this. But and maybe do some scanning with this rover, but all of that is going to have to be for next week. So in the meantime, I want to thank everybody that's in the chat. I want to thank everybody that's watching this at a later date. And as always, a sincere and special thank you to all of my Patreon patrons and YouTube members. Have yourselves a fantastic week, and we'll see you all next Thursday. Bye, everybody.